Hi there, I'm Bob Beck, the owner of Extreme Outer Limits and Star Valley Outfitters. I want to take this opportunity to chat a little bit about the most frequent asked questions about acquiring a tag and the hunts that we conduct at Star Valley. First, we'll talk about the hunts. We are primarily a mule deer and an elk hunting operation. We do offer black bear hunts, but they're by opportunity as that tag is a quota-based allocation. So for the mule deer and the elk, the hunts start in the month of September. Now we offer archery elk as well as rifle elk and rifle only for the mule deer. Now how we can conduct the hunts is in the month of September, we start our mule deer hunts around the middle, September 15th. This is a great opportunity for bucks that are just a few days out of velvet. They're high above the tree line, laying in the big open basins. It gives the guy an opportunity to look over a lot of deer to try to find a giant. The archery elk hunts typically happen in the timber line, and those are done either by archery or later on we can actually combo in two specific units out of our camp to go ahead and do those hunts with a rifle, either rifle elk, or go ahead and combo it up as a rifle elk and deer combo. From there we move into October where the elk start coming out of the rut, and then they start feeling the influence of snowfall and weather, inclement conditions, and they want to migrate out. So this changes the game entirely and goes to a primarily glassing game where we're trying to pick bulls that are bacheloring up or leaving the herds and trying to find a big bull and get him dead. Now, Wyoming is a preference point draw state. So what I mean by that is acquiring a tag is not as simple as buying it over the counter. So we have to play the preference point game. Now, we are happy to assist you in doing so. So let me take a minute and explain, starting at the calendar year, how we go about acquiring our tags. So the month of January is the elk application period. Whether it's archery or rifle, in the month of January, you're going to go ahead and apply for your elk license. From there, in March, they will draw those licenses. The deadline for deer is typically the middle of the month of May. So that gives you all of those months from January to May to apply for the deer tag, which in turn draws in June. So at that point, we have a elk application period in January, a draw in March, a deer application period from January to May, draw in June. In the month of July is when the state will open up to purchase a preference point, which will be applicable for the following year. They have a non-resident general and a non-resident special tag allocation. So by purchasing a preference point in the month of July and setting your hunter profile up and then going to the January of the following year, it allows us to carry that point forward and go into the drawing with 2 points with a non-resident special with preference point. By doing so in our area, that generally guarantees an elk license. Now the deer can be a bit more difficult depending on the region that we want to hunt, but the same principle applies. July is the time to purchase your preference point, guys. We've got to do it. So again, elk, mule deer, rifle, archery, any hunt you want that we can take you on, please feel free to get a hold of us for a consult. We'd be happy to help you through it. For more information, go to starvalleyoutfitterswy.com.